Local productions on QTV are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Junia Doan, and this is Uncommon Sense. Today's program is one of a series of 3 on new companies. The Entrepreneur Exposition, heading for the big leagues, was held at Dow Diamond recently. People have such ability to innovate, to make things better, as you will see in the following programs. You too can innovate. Look around your life and invent something, and thank you for tuning in. Well, welcome to Dakota and welcome Garret brothers. And I understand you've formed a company and you're selling a very interesting product. Tell me about the company and the product.
All right, well, we have our company named 45th Parallel Lighting LLC with a patent pending product called Action Glow. And Action Glow is an LED lighting kit for sporting equipment. So it comes in several different colors for really your choice of sport and your choice of color.
You mean the lights come in 7 different colors?
Yes, the lights come in actually 4 right now, which is white, red, green, and blue, but we hope to get some more of the girly colors pretty soon, like pink and purple and those colors.
Oh, fab.
More
female colors, huh?
Exactly.
So how do you keep it going? I mean, would water impact your battery system? Is that what we call that, or?
It took us 2 years, and we designed and manufactured a waterproof power supply, and we finally hit the market on November of 2013 at a local business expo. We sold out within 48 hours, and we've been pushing out kits ever since. So, I mean, that day was just a huge day for us when we finally launched our product, because after 2 years of work, I mean, we finally finalized it and we were out on the market. So that was a lot of fun. But what's powering it right now is the waterproof power supply that we made, which takes 9-volt batteries. So
and they last about 471 continuous hours with the 9-volt, just leaving it on.
Lifetime, basically.
Yeah. I mean, well, the LEDs themselves, the lights themselves last 50,000 hours, but with the battery running it constantly, so just staying on the whole time would last 471 hours. So that's almost like a whole season.
Yep. Then all you have to do is go out and just buy a new 9-volt battery, which isn't very tough.
Not hard at all.
And how would they use that on a bicycle? Or I could understand a ski and this, but the ski, does that throw you off when you're on the board, just having that extra weight?
Nope, it's
they weigh
very,
light
very
to
light.
nothing.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't weigh a lot. And for the bikes, there's bike frames, and we would go down the bike frames. So the top frame and the bottom frame.
Yeah.
And they can be seen from up to half a mile away, so it's a big element of safety for late night bikers if you're just going on a late ride or coming home from work or going to work. So they're a big element of safety.
Well, I guess you two are on the slopes quite a bit.
Yes, that's actually how we came up with the idea.
Oh.
We were snowboarding at our local ski hill, and I just thought, I'm like, hey Garret, everything just looks way too ordinary, how can we shake things up a little bit? So we went home and we just started to put our brains together and just think things through, and it's one of those ideas that just kind of popped in our heads. We're like, oh my goodness, we could put LEDs on our snowboards. So after doing the ton of research that we did, we ended up building a prototype and putting it on our snowboards, and we went back out to that same snowboarding hill. Yeah, and we got such a huge reaction. Everyone wanted to touch it and know where we got it from. Everyone was just so psyched about the product. We're like, wow, we can make this into a business. So that's kind of how it started.
A lot of time on the slopes to come up
Who
with the
helped
idea.
you make it a business?
Who helped to make this a business? We've had a ton of help with SCORE, our local SCORE chapter in Traverse City, the Traverse City Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Michigan Innovation Center.
With also a lot of help from our parents.
Yeah, my mom has been a ton of help, and my dad, just anyone who could find us help. We also have an employee who's just been a huge help. His name's TJ Darling, and we met him surfing, actually. Funny story, I had my lights on, and he's like, hey, that's really cool, and we started talking. He's like, I remember seeing you guys present, and he just wanted to get in with us, and so we did.
So he tagged along on the way, and he's been helping us out wherever we need it, like today.
So we've been getting a lot of help from family and friends, and
Durwich Industries out of Grayling, they've been helping us out with our manufacturing for very low cost because we're kids, we don't have that much money.
Yeah.
We're doing pop can drives just to raise money, so they know that, and they've been definitely helping us out. We've had a ton of community support. We can't even name all of them.
That's
Amy from Revolution Design Printing.
just a ton
We could
of
go on
support,
and on.
so-
Are your family and parents entrepreneurial? Are they inventors?
My mom owns her own cleaning business, so she has a little bit of that side, and my dad runs a restaurant near Traverse City in Elk Rapids, Michigan. And so they have a little bit of the knowledge, and my brother actually started a little slideshow company when he was like 14.
Well, let's hear about that. What was that about?
Well, I don't know. Ever since I was really little, I've just been really intrigued and interested in like the business side of everything. So I decided that I was going to start my own business, and I started this little slideshow business. It lasted for about 2 years until my computer died, and then that idea just kind of went away. There was really no money in it, so
Then we came up
it
with
was
the
just
better
the
idea
fun
of
of
the
it.
Action Glow.
Yep.
So not a bad thing that his computer died, I guess.
Well, he got a little practice.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
Does this kind of a concept appeal to a certain age group?
Our target market is male or females between the ages of 10 and 25, but it's really meant for everybody.
Yeah.
And who does the sales? I mean, is it just online or?
Yep, we have a couple local companies like near Traverse City where we live that are holding it for us and want to hold more. And but we're also like our main direct sales channels through the internet on our online store, 45lights.com.
And who does the packing and mailing and?
We do.
That's all
It's
us.
all our family, our little team. So
So that's. How much time does this take? I don't. Do orders come in like more in winter
Well,
or more?
I mean, owning our own business, it takes. I mean, every
every
waking minute. I mean, there's really no time to sleep either. So I mean.
And yeah, there's different seasons. Like during the winter, we got a ton of snowboard and ski kit orders. Right now, the longboard and bike season's picking up, so we've already gotten a lot of those. We're planning on getting a lot more. So it's kind of season. It's not even like really like for Christmas. Obviously, we got a lot of orders, but it's like once the kids get their kits and go out on the slopes, it's like the after holiday effect. So we get we got more sales after Christmas than we did really before because people like saw them with different people out on the slopes, asked them where they got it. So it was like this huge word of mouth game. So we got more sales like after like people got it on their product.
So they're doing the advertising for
pretty
you.
much,
Yes.
yep.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting. Are you as interested in business as your brother?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I really wasn't when you're doing the slideshow business, but then when we kind of came up with this idea, I kind of joined the business side. I grew up with the passion of wanting to be an orthopedic surgeon. I still kind of want to learn a little bit about that, but yeah, I'm really interested in the business side of things now.
What got you interested in being an orthopedic surgeon?
Well, my surgeon, I played baseball like all my younger years, and I actually had an elbow surgery, 2 actually, and they're orthopedic surgeries. So my surgeon always just looked really cool. He had like a little goatee one day, and he like dressed really fancy. I don't know. It was kind of just like him. I guess he made me want to be a surgeon.
He had
for
it
some
all
reason.
figured out.
Yeah, he just had it all figured out. He knew what he was doing, so I just thought that'd be kind of cool. But now I'm leading. I'm on a little teeter-totter right now. I don't know what to do yet. I'm thinking business, though. Yes.
So what's school like? Is it really hard? Do you have time? Or how do you fit it all together?
It's tough. I actually go to Northwestern Michigan College. Right now, I just finished my first semester, it was tough trying to do business and then school on top of that. But like I said, any waking moment of free time that we had, we were either just working on we were pretty much just working on the business. So we try to fit it in any way we can.
I'm in school. Well, with golf, I played golf this year. So with golf and the business, I'm in school about 3 days a week, which is kind of hard, but I do catch up. I'm like 3.5, 4.0 student, so it takes a little bit more time to catch up, but I do it.
How do you know
I
to
manage.
price your product?
I don't know, we basically,
Figured out our profit margins,
Yeah.
figured out how much it took us to make it, figured out how much we should sell it for like a nice profit margin. We have about 75% profit
we also
margin
got
right
a
now.
little help from our local score chapter on the pricing and everything.
And making
And yeah, actually everybody helped us.
Yeah, it was a team-minded activity there, but
That's really interesting. A score does what? Just tell us about that.
it's a group of retired business people that help launch startups like us. So they just all like can gather their minds. There's like there's like patent mentors, and there's all different like kinds of chapters, I guess, like of people that have different skills. So they can like all pool in their help and teach us like what to do and how to do this because they all have like different skills. So they kind of just mentor us along the way.
So do you sign up and then you get assigned a mentor in whatever field you needed, or is it a class?
It's basically, yeah, like you get assigned a mentor. And you basically can work with really whoever you want.
You're not
in the
really
store
assigned
chapter.
to, it's not like you can only talk to that one mentor. You can really reach out and talk to any of them, but you just kind of have one main one that guides you and like will reach out to his other fellow SCORE members and kind of bring them to you. So
What an opportunity for you all. I mean, separate from the product, just learning from people who have lived it.
Oh yeah, we've
Exactly.
learned so much. We've met so many interesting people, and it's been just a huge
learning experience.
learning experience for us.
Were you shy at the beginning to explain your product?
Oh my goodness, yeah. I like at first had like a sort of a problem with public speaking. I was really nervous to talk. Like we did a couple business pitches, and I mean, we destroyed those. It was not good. But after doing it multiple times, I've learned just to like calm down. And I'm talking about my product, my business. I know more than anybody else does, so it makes it a lot easier for me to
After getting
talk
that
about that now.
mindset, we've placed really well in a lot of recent competitions. Like, we won a local competition named Boost in Traverse City unanimously. It was like first time ever in history. Dakota, it was a college competition called Accelerate Michigan Student Innovation Competition. And I wasn't in college yet, so I couldn't present. But he went up there and presented and got in the top 10 2 years in a row. And like 8 of the top 10 were U of M grad students, and he was just from a little community college. So we've placed really well in a lot of local competitions and not so local, bigger competitions.
And what's the point of going to these competitions?
Get the word out there.
Yeah, we're getting the word out, and we're working for a chance to win the prizes. So Boost, we got a chance to talk to the Blue Water Angels investors. It was basically like a mini Shark Tank. That was kind of how it was, and now we get a chance to talk to them. And what was the other one? We did a best shot competition that the Mid-Michigan Innovation held, and we won that.
$3,000 worth of web design from Jubilee Web Design. Free year membership to the Chamber of Commerce. Different like free booth at this event. So there's like different little perks. And the latest one we were in was a chance to win $40,000 prize package. We actually placed second, so we didn't get like the top package.
But second's good
yeah,
too.
second's good. We're happy with that, and there wasn't a runner-up prize, but because we presented so good, the judges like kind of pooled in their services to give a runner-up prize because they saw how well we did. So we've placed really well lately in competitions.
Do you divide your work amongst the two of you? One leans towards one side or to the other?
Yeah, basically. I mean, we both do production. We both do like emails and communication back and forth. But for the most part, we find ways to split those works in half for both of us.
Yeah.
So
if I'm gone one day for like a tournament of some sort, like golf or baseball, he's got it covered. If he's gone for something, I got it covered. So we have like we all know how to like do the same thing.
yeah.
So impressive. Well, we certainly learned a lot from your experience, and that is ideas count, originality counts, vision counts,
Exactly.
the ability to see things and get a lot of help and know you need a lot of help, and to see it through and have a product that's accessible to people, that they sort of self-advertise when they use it. And you took the risk of really, like you said, learning to public speak, you know, so you really pushed yourselves to get to where you could be comfortable in going to all these competitions. And,
for sure.
you know, it's just such a good story and good for your classmates, and what an experience you're having. So thank you for being here.
Thank you
and
very much for
encourage
having us.
everybody out there, think about starting a company.
Yeah, exactly.
Just think before you act, though.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Grace. I'm so glad you're here. Tell me about your company, Warmaloo.
Warmaloo is an advanced phase change materials warming technology startup.
Stop right there. What does it mean, an advanced phase change material?
Well, what it means is that, so you know that water in its different forms of state can change into a liquid, solid, or a gas, depending on the pressure, temperature, and the and volume.
Okay.
And so a phase change material is one that when you are applying certain conditions to it, it can change its state.
Form, state.
Exactly,
Okay.
its form. And that phase change, when it undergoes that phase change, you're able to capture some pretty useful properties. Like if it's an endothermic phase change, you can actually generate cold. But if it's exothermic, like our warming technology, you can generate warmth with it. And it is reusable because it is a phase change. And so to answer your question, Warmaloo is an advanced phase change materials technology startup that is working to transform lives with warmth.
And I understand you, as a first product and a concentration, it's for premature infants,
Well,
in part.
in part. So when we started the company almost 3 years ago now, we learned that lack of warmth is an international and multi-generational problem. So we started with learning that 1.2 million preterm infants die annually worldwide from hypothermia, of which 80% of those deaths are preventable. And that resonated with the team because 2 of the co-founders, myself and my CTO, were born preterm. And so what we also learned on the flip side is that actually there are 55 million plus adults who are diagnosed with diabetes, arthritis, or some sort of joint pain annually. And what happens is that the solutions for providing non-medicated pain relief and control, such as using Thermacare or Icy Hot, it's one-time use, not as long-lasting, and with Icy Hot, for example, it doesn't actually generate warmth. And so you do not warm the tissue and relax and ease some of the tension. And so that's where we ended up. When we first showed one of our products, it was straight off the production line. We actually had, my CTO and I carried them around with us. And one of our future customers actually almost jumped across the table wanting to buy our product because she felt the warmth and how it was generated in, seconds. And that really moved her.
And it lasts for a couple of hours.
Yes, that's correct. So it lasts for a couple of hours if it's just by itself, but most of the times you're putting it inside of a containment, and so that allows the warmth to last 3.5 to 5 hours. And then to reuse the warmth, what you can do is boil it for 15 minutes, or you can actually put it in a microwave, and in anywhere from 6 to 12 minutes, you can regenerate another few hours of warmth.
Would you again press that metal
Yes.
tag?
You would
tab?
press the metal tag to be able to generate warmth.
Oh, I really like that. That means it's portable.
Yes.
And you can use it separate from the microwave many hours in the future, or days in the future. That's really handy.
Yes, that is completely correct. And for a lot of the folks that we work with and have been talking to,
Yes.
they're passionate about pursuing, things that they were doing when they were younger, fly fishing, driving to Las Vegas, as one of our customers does every weekend, or, just being able to move around the house without feeling pain, and being able to be mobile when you go outside, when you're shopping. And so when we talked to those folks, they found that portability was helpful.
And how do you attach it?
Well, so we have a wrap that goes around, so you slide the warming pack into it, and you can tie it around your waist. You can put it on your shoulder, around your elbow, on your wrist. There's a number of different areas that we've learned that folks are very passionate about using our product on.
And what drew you? How did you get involved in this
Yes.
company? How did you dream it up? Who dreamed it up? Who helped you?
Well, it was a team of designers and engineers who we have this passion to use our material science engineering background to positively impact real people. And so that is really the drive. I love people. I really love moving and bringing the right people together to solve problems, in addition to problem solving, of course. And so that vision for what Warmaloo could be, the warmth that we could provide and transform lives, it's not about providing heat. We're providing transformative soothing and control over when you can take care of your pain. And being able to see that and watch it develop was something very amazing to me. But with the team, my CTO, most amazing CTO she really drives the innovation behind our technology, getting relationships growing with Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Kettering University.
Oh, yeah.
And for her, seeing the cutting edge of our technology is what gets her going, and the
Yeah.
ability to help people along the way. And as for the rest of our team, they're moved by the mission. They have this very passionate and strong commitment to Warmaloo because they can see the potential that we have to serve other people.
Personal satisfaction there.
Yes,
How do
definitely.
you raise money for something like this?
Well, so we have been very lean so far. So we started through just a few grants and competitions. So that allowed us to be able to power building working prototypes. And these were just, these were competitions right around the university and through the local entrepreneurial ecosystem. To be honest, we wouldn't be here today without the extensive network of entrepreneurial resources that have become available here in Michigan in really the past 5 years, such as entrepreneurial resource hubs and smart zones, such as Ann Arbor Spark or Tech Town or LEAP or Michigan Tech. We've also been able to compete in their competitions and learn from their roundtables, as well as we've gotten funding through other grants through more of statewide competitions, such as GLEQ's Entrepreneur Connect Business Plan competition. Yes.
How would you sell a product like this?
Yes. Well, so I'm glad that you asked. So far, we have been selling directly online. This allows us to reach those who need it most. And all of our current customers have found us. We have been very keen to, start our marketing and ad campaign online, but these customers found us first. And so to reach customers, we've been using our website for sales, directing customers to our website to buy, as well as Amazon. And so we're selling through those channels because, one, the customers who have been buying are typically, they're over the age of 50, they've got disposable income, and they usually have access to the internet, whether through their desktop or mobile device, and they or their adult child, in some cases, will purchase the product for them.
Now, do you have a separate job as well as?
I do. I have been, so the CTO and I have been bootstrapping through the early growth period of Warmaloo. And so we have been fortunate in that our day jobs reflect our passions that we pursue through Warmaloo. So Rachel is a engineer at Dow Corning, and I'm the project manager for the first customer program at the University of Michigan's Institute for Research on Labor, Employment, and the Economy. And so I get to help startups identify their critical gaps in marketing and sales, and Rachel gets to toy with new, exciting materials, and she learns so much and brings it back to the company.
I am so impressed with that. I mean, the fact that you have jobs that are so supportive. That's,
yes,
rare.
we've been very fortunate in that regard. Yes. And one of the things that also helps too is just the support of the team. I really can't describe how amazing it is to have a team who's able to have the passion and commitment to keep working through the evenings until 10 p.m., 2 a.m., and all weekend, and to be on call, even sometimes, sending emails during work. We try not to do that,
right.
But sometimes we have to. And not only do we have a great team internally, but externally we have fantastic advisors such as Terry Cross, Michael Gersha, Fred Brown, and Jerry Roston. And so we've been very fortunate.
I think you're right. In the last 5 years, there's been a support all over the state that allows entrepreneurs to learn and flourish.
I completely agree.
Yes, it's really a different environment now.
Yes, it was. And part of it too, I just got done talking to Skip Sims, but part of it is that, on the one hand, it was a chicken and egg problem. Where are the companies that we want to fund, but also where are the funders who are going to fund the companies once they show up? And so what happened that helped was the growth of that supportive ecosystem that helped with the idea stage and getting startups ready with a real product or service, something tangible that I can show you here. This is it. This is the valuable product or service that I can sell to potential customers.
Did you come from a family that ran their own company?
No. Gosh, no. Well, so I'm a first-generation American, and I was born here in Troy. And my mom came here from Shanghai. She was actually, she works at the post office. She, as much as she knows about Warmaloo, one of the times she learned about Warmaloo and what we were doing was through a Crane's Detroit magazine that came through her magazine sorter. Yeah. And my dad's a former engineer from GM. He worked in powertrain and the paint department, as well as he did some of the body work. And so not a business family, but I know that my sister and I are very go-getting.
Towards that?
Yes.
Yes. That's, what values did they raise you with, your parents?
Well, I can straight away, one of the key values growing up was that education is key, whether it's education in a classroom, which was preferred, or learning when you go outside, when you're, just experiencing life. My parents said to always keep an open mind and to keep learning and keep at it. There are going to be hard learning experiences, challenging topics, but if you learn these concepts and apply them properly, you're able to move forward very quickly and be able to help the right people and be able to help yourself through getting an education. Education was key, hard work, that nothing in life just falls into your lap. In fact, a lot of the times people don't necessarily see, when they see an entrepreneur presenting, they don't see the long hours and nights and the long weekends spent working on the startup. And it's not all fun stuff. Sometimes it's sitting down, crunching the numbers, and leveraging and negotiating with contract manufacturers on prices. But those are the things, the nitty-gritty and the sometimes boring and tedious details that you just gotta get through it. And it takes hard work, but that commitment is helpful.
Well, thank you, Grace.
You're so welcome.
There's some wonderful things to take away from this, and that is the excitement of life. Make yourself very educated in school and outside of school, and associate with good people.
Yes.
And let your mission be your passion, and your passion be supported by your education. And hard work is it, and it's so satisfying to do something you feel is helping people.
Yes, I completely agree. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you.
It's just wonderful, Grace.
Thank you.
To contact Junia, send her an email at info@juniadone.com. For more information, program schedules, and news about future guests, go to www.juniadone.com. Thanks for joining us. See you next time for Uncommon Sense with Junia Doan.
Local productions on QTV are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.